Hey everybody, what's going on today? It's the Math Gamer, and today I think I wanted to play another round of Madden 24. Today I got my New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins. Let's see what's in store for us. Clash of Conference. That's right, I got Tommy Cutlass.
And the New York Giants coming up next. From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here.
Let's go get him, Tommy Devito.
Dolphins taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
All right, let's get it going here.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game.
I don't think he's really that good.
He's the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that.
All right.
It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. On target over the middle to Hill.
Ain't going nowhere.
3rd and 7 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. And here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down.
All right, you're not scoring on my watch.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Told you weren't going nowhere. Told you. Look at that. Poor Sexy Dexy had to get him.
I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame. And anytime
all right, let's do it, Tommy Cutlass.
The right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show it. This is what that time is. Just what you're
Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlass.
This is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
All right, let's do it, Tommy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And all the way inside the 15.
That's right.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice hustle, shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Huh.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff now. It's Gray with it.
That was easy.
Touchdown. Eric Gray, 14 yards. And the Giants use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
That's right.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run?
Well, that was a nice throw by Tommy Cutlets.
Conditions, the point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try
That's right.
1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw caught by Ochan. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Roughing the passer. Where did I rough the passer?
We talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough.
You're joking, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence, now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, a hit, and the ball is out.
Huh. He let himself get sacked. Should have got that fumble.
After one, 7-0, on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. As they've got it as we resume action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Excellent job there defensively.
Yep.
Gave up the underneath.
That's right.
3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again,
all right, let's do it, Tommy.
They could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Not for them, finishing it off because
what I wanted.
They just got their season.
That was a nice catch.
That's a great job.
All I wanted was 1st down.
Up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Uh-oh.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this is Shepard on the catch. Second catch for him to go, and they'll roll down the 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They took the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
That's right. Just wanted the first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
2-minute warning.
Clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's right.
Gray will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here this week.
Whoop. Yeah, that's right. Carry me home.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Gano for the extra point.
It's good.
It's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only
probably should have.
To the 16-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much taking it right down Broadway.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he's got this down to the 35. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Creeping
all right.
a minute to play in this 1st half. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
That's right.
The Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Get out of here.
Meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw.
Get out of here. Yeah, don't talk. Get out of my face.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there.
Oh, you're changing the play, huh?
Until the defense makes an adjustment.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be dead, and it'll come back to the spot.
Told you weren't going nowhere with me. I ain't let you get away from me. No way. You can't stop in the New York Giants.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get this one across the 40-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports halftime report.
That's right. That's why they're down, because they're not.
These teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
That's right.
Calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. Down the numbers.
Wait, what? Goodbye. Goodbye.
Touchdown, Giants. It's
Woo.
an 89-yard kick return. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's right. That was sad. I'm sorry.
What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down.
That's right.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped cold by
That's right, Dexter. We got him. We got him.
Staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
This defense just flat.
That's right. Push him back. Push him back. See, I should coach for the Giants. Sorry, Dable, but I might be a better coach.
Now Tua. And the Giant rescues home. Down he goes.
Where were you going? Where's your defense?
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores.
Let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. Oh, I'm sorry to all my Miami Dolphins fans, but yeah, that was. Oh. I don't think your guys are going anywhere with Tua. Sorry.
Those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes back.
Just give me the ball. Give me the ball. Get the hell out of my face.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
That's right.
Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to
All right, Tommy, let's do it. Let's do it.
picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half.
Still got the first down. Still got that first down, baby.
We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity
All right.
and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And they'll end up getting this one all the way down.
Yeah, that's right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that power.
A very solid gain of 27.
That's right.
Tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes
Look at that. Look at that.
teams get too concerned about the deep ball, they make too much
Ooh,
space in
thank
front of them.
you.
These guys have been taking advantage so far.
Oy.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Oh, yeah, all right.
This pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, that's all right.
Lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Touchdown.
Thank you.
Sterling Shepard.
That's right. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that power. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A very comfortable lead.
Oh,
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter,
look at that. Look at that.
And
Oh,
this is just
boom,
an
bah.
offense that's opposing its will right
Yeah.
now. You name it, they're able to
Perfect
do it.
pass.
If you're a play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Gano now to add the extra point.
Let's do it. Boom.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
That's right.
Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Sorry to all my Miami fans, but, you know, this
And
ain't...
the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when
Like
you
I said, they ain't going nowhere.
Field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Looking to pass. Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down.
Back him up. That's right, McFadden. Nice hit, McFadden.
And it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A
Told
gain
you.
of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
And that's a play that's not
Told you, you're going nowhere.
because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped
Wait,
before he gets
what?
the first down.
Oh, thanks.
A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone,
Oh, you'll pay for that one. You're going to pay.
You get greedy in a good way.
third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
That's right. Nice catch, Waller.
To the Giant first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense is just not been challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here.
All right.
Not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right.
24 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Happy faces in the crowd at this point as you guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more.
All right.
For first.
We got this.
They'll look to throw here. Able to find the
Get out of my goddamn face. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. Army crawl, 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 crawl.
72 yards.
Look at that pass. Boom. Yeah, get out of my face.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. Nothing else here, CD. A chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon
It's
convention
good.
tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wondered.
Thank you.
It's going to be intercepted.
Thank you.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, picture pose. Picture pose.
I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Thank you, Tua, for that, for the football.
Maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit.
No, you don't. No, I don't.
Stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands-on hits, some long faces out there on the defensive side. I don't know, like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated.
Yeah, that's right. Get down.
And that's what they're going through right now. Trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Look at that. Yeah. Whoop. That's all right.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown, Giants! Aaron Gray from 8 yards out.
That's right.
Continue to run up the score. They lead it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they did the Spider-Man thing.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort.
Nice job, Tommy.
This is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here.
I might do a little.
Drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they had two more.
Yeah, I had to. Sorry. I had to do it. Nice job, Daniel Jones.
You're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it.
Look, I just waved at him.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for two. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Not that it's going to matter. Even if they score, it's not going to matter.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Get out of my...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Oof, 7 sacks in this game.
He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard.
Yeah, you were going back for... That was, where were you going? Get over here. Get over here. Oh man, that's sad.
They shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Oh, good job, Sexy Dexy.
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points.
Look at that, look at that. Oh!
This defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Olszewski now to return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
All right, Tommy, let's get him.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out.
I hope the Giants play like this year.
We really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people were the gas a little bit, right? But now, people
get out of my face. That's right, Tommy Cutlet. That's, oh yeah, look at that. That's Tommy Cutlets for you.
Takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds.
Look at that. Go, Tommy, go. Get out of my face.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career.
That's Tommy Devito for you, Tommy Cutlets. Look at that. Get out of my face. His slap. Give him the old mafia pimp slap, Tommy. Yeah, I'll just go for the point. I could have went for 2, but nah. I'll be nice.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper.
Here we go.
Nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, not in my house.
This one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the pressure comes.
Oh. 9 sacks. I'm sorry to all my Miami Dolphin fans watching this, but come on. Look at that. Up, donk. Get out of here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Not that it matters.
A one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a way to score.
They're not going to score, not while I'm... Who are you throwing it to, the fans? Who are you throwing it to, the fans?
After this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 43.
Couldn't catch me.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score. And a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow?
First, you had to push me out of bounds.
Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
They run again here with Gray.
Nothing but green grass.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And they're going to score again.
Yep.
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been
He pushed me right in.
They haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he will not make it to the goal line. As his
and not that it matters.
Empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Let's just run out the clock, boys.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Where do you think you were going?
Past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum.
With 55 seconds left? I don't think so.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for Miami. And
like I said, even if they do score, it's not going to matter.
Finish now on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. And trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Sean Robinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Back him up, back him up.
I know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room.
That's right, just back him up, back him up. 13, 12 seconds, 11.
Tua sets up to pass it. To the back of the end zone, but too high.
Where were you throwing?
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is playing?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is
if you score here, I mean, it's not going to matter.
It's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching. And
oh, thank you.
Draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Threw it right to me.
Tossed by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. For the
Told you.
Here, Charles, that's about as big and
Nice job, Tommy. It's the way we do it in New York.
No turnovers. Meanwhile, you force turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play?
Man.
And the other one, obviously, not ready at all.
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
Well,
We say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Well, I gotta say that was a good game. I mean, I'm sorry to all Miami Dolphins fans, but you know, it was over when it began. I mean, I had Tommy Devito, Tommy Cutlets out there leading the team. But yeah, hey, if you like this video, like, subscribe, and comment. And hey, leave a comment if there's a certain matchup you want me to do, because I'll be more than happy to do the video and give you a shout out. Alright everyone, it's been the Masked Gamer, and as always, watch on and game on. See you all in the next video.